Hi YouTubers, welcome to part 2 of this light display unit. This is the sound to light unit boards. Each one of these is a kit, and there's 3 kits now mounted in the box. I lost part of the video I was doing, so I'm having to redo it. Now the connector I used for the audio to go in is an inline 3.5mm stereo socket, like similar to use on headphones and things like that. And what I've done, I've took the black cover off, took the metal bit out, drilled a hole in the wood and threaded it in, and you can see it there. Okay, these are held in with double-sided like sticky tape, and the wires have been joined, and I put a little V notch in the wood there before I glued this in so I could pass the wires from one compartment to another. And basically you've got 3 connections. Well, normally you only have 2 connections, which is a plus and minus voltage, which is DC, and I'm using 5 volt from a USB lead. Now I buy these cheap USB charging leads, and I cut the plug off, which normally goes to a phone, strip it back so I've got bare wires, and then I use those like that. Just makes it a lower cost. Now for the actual diffuser, this is you buy it in A4 size, and it's separators for A4 files and booklets and things like that, and it's divider pages between A4 sheets. You can get different colours of these. It's easy to cut, and it just diffuses the light enough. I am waiting for some perspex to arrive, and I've gone with a milk white frosted perspex, or ABS plastic or whatever it is, and it does make a difference. Now I'll include the circuit diagram of this kit for each one is the same, and I'll include that as a photo next. Now you've had a chance to have a look at the circuit diagram, and if you're familiar with circuit diagrams, you will notice it's actually marked microphone. There's a single transistor to amplify the signal, and then there's a main chip which switches the LEDs. And actually this will work from 4 to 12 volt, which is quite good. Now then, the modification is a very simple thing to do, is just to put 2 wires onto the microphone itself, solder them on, and you run them to 2 capacitors, and I'll talk about the capacitors in a minute after I've drawn the wires. Now very simply, you solder 2 wires on, one to the negative of the microphone and one to the positive of the microphone, and you run 2 wires, and insert in each wire you fit 2 capacitors, and then the other side of the capacitors go to the socket for the audio to go in. Now you join the left and right channels together, which is one connection, so you've got left and right. So you take that one to the left and right channel, and this one is the screen or the earth on this, and you'll see there's 2 like gold connections there, copper coloured. You crimp those, you squash them together and solder that, and then this one, the big one, or the case of this, is the earth. So you've got left and right going in. And what the capacitors do, if you're not familiar with capacitors, they will pass AC signal, but they won't pass DC. So you just need a couple of capacitors. This is to help prevent this voltage here coming out into your audio amplifier and things like that. And I'm going to use 0.1 microfarad or 100 nanofarad at 50 volt capacitors. They're on order, that's why, and the perspex sheet for the top of this is on order, so I can't complete it. And I'll include a copy of this circuit diagram with these wires drawn on so you can understand that as well. I'm going to include that just now. Now, because I've got 3 of these project boards in here, this is just a circuit diagram of one. Basically, you run a positive and negative to each of these. You then run a wire from here to all 3 of the boards. This junction here, you run from there to first board, second board and third board, or however many you got. So the audio coming in goes to every board as well, and also, you know, the earth wire as well, which is this one. It's run to all 3 boards, makes it nice and easy. When the plug's not in this socket, obviously the microphones work, so it still will receive audio via the microphones as well, so it will operate with the plug removed. Makes it nice and simple. So hope that makes sense, and I will complete this video when it's finally done, you know, when I've got the plastic on, the capacitors fitted and the perspex. Haven't got that, so the time I'm doing this I haven't got those, so I can't finish the video. But if it comes within the next few days, I shall add it to this video, and that will be the end. Well, there we have it, working. I still haven't got the plastic front or the washers, but I'm not going to do any more to the video. I think that's about it. And yeah, looks pretty good, and I think Herb likes it as well. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe and like.